Ransom.
I was in jury duty yesterday, Tom. We'll talk a little bit more about that. And they tell you not to study for jury duty. They say, do not study for this civil action. But I cheated. I studied. 14 times before I went to jury duty, I watched Jury Duty starring Pauly Shore to prepare me for what I was facing. And how that film did not win an Oscar is one of the great tragedies in American film history.
Oh, baby! I hold myself. We here for another edition of the Grossi Perna Show, the Friday edition. Tom Grossi, Brandon Perna, or as the cool kids like to call it, GP.
Yeah. And how the real cool kids call it, the Grown Pimp Show, GPS, where Tom and I talk about being not pimps, but our bosses are pimps. We are Johns, gigolos, if you will.
Are we bottom? Are we at least like bottom bitches? Like, are we like the the highest earners?
Yep, we earn.
Oh, okay.
But we still, cool. I mean, we still have to answer to somebody.
Yeah.
His name is Greg, and he's a pill. He's a real pill.
Honestly,
our pimp is a real pill.
I don't really like to say this in my profession, but he needs to get off my back. That's what I'm saying.
Is John Boy our pimp?
Yes.
Welcome back, guys. I did civic duty. We're going to talk about Eric Bieniemy today. Some words came out of LeSean McCoy's mouth about Eric Bieniemy not being a good coach, if you will. And I've followed Bieniemy and the head coaching thing for a while, so I have some thoughts on that. I figured we could talk about what that means. Kaepernick working out for the Raiders quietly. It's crazy that Kaepernick has been around long enough that every time you hear his name, it doesn't just explode into controversy.
Sure.
But you're saying,
Daniels.
Yeah. I ain't going to talk about it. Okay, coach. You're already screwing up. Sorry, Raiders.
Sure.
And then about you and I haven't talked about Grant Cohn and the Javon Kinlaw interview, but we'll probably dive into some of that.
It was funny because when we were debating on doing a Wednesday show, Perna texted me and was like, do you want to do a Wednesday show? Yeah. And I was like, well, the only thing I saw was this Grant Cohn thing. And you're like, yeah, I saw that. And I was like, I don't think that's enough. And then this story has exploded over the past couple of days. We talked about it on Clickbait yesterday while you were convicting someone to the death penalty. But you had jury duty yesterday.
Yeah, you don't get to do the sentencing, and I was really disappointed at the end.
What's even the point?
Yeah. It's like, hey, why don't I decide the punishment? Me, your average citizen. Have you ever done jury duty?
No. Oh. Because I got called for it once, but it was to my old address. And I'm like, I don't live there no more. So they're like, oh, okay. And then they just never sent me anything ever again.
Yeah.
I think the punishment you could do, I'm not saying it is a punishment, but I'm saying if you were to handle out the sentence, is to be like, you need to watch every single one of my videos in its entirety, including streams, and like them too.
You got to like all the live streams and all the pre-recorded videos.
Every single video. In its entirety, you have to go through and watch all of them.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's my advice. If you want to do a crime, you better have a good lawyer. Because if you don't, your chances are not good. Your chances are not good. And like most people, you go into jury duty, you don't really want to be there. My other suggestion is make sure you make time for that entire day, because I think it is important. And I honestly thought I would not be selected. I thought I would be back in time for clickbait yesterday. But I also, I had planned, okay, if I am there all day, it's fine. I'm going to, be all in for this. And some people definitely did not want to be there. But it is fascinating, not from the process. The process is pretty simple. It's pretty long, drawn out, and boring. You're mostly just waiting and waiting. But a couple thoughts went through my mind. First, once we got down to the final 6 jurors, and 7 and one's an alternate, and you don't know who the alternate is until after the case has been made, and then that person's sent home. But at first I was like, oh man, I'm worried some of these jurors are not going to really listen to the case. They've got preconceived notions about everything. But a little bit of my faith was restored in humanity, because once it came down to it, I think nobody wanted to find the person guilty. And we did. We found him guilty. But we were all looking for some sort of tangible reason to not find this person guilty. And I found that a little bit, I don't know. It gave me a little bit of hope, because through the process, man, this whole system seems rushed. It seems disorganized. The case is weird a little bit. The evidence, we were waiting for the defense to make a case in favor of this guy, because it was pretty clear, he was caught in a vehicle that was stolen. No evidence that he stole the vehicle, and you can talk about the case afterwards. But he was arrested in a stolen vehicle at 3 a.m. And here's the other thing.
Nothing good happens.
Denver, they've got little machines that look at license plates. And if a car's been stolen and that machine sees the license plate, it signals the police. So that's how this guy got caught. And then we went in to hear what the defense was, and the defense said, we rest. So we all went into this.
Why wouldn't they take a deal beforehand if they were going to trial and that's what they were going to do?
I don't know. It was bizarre. It was we have no, we had to determine whether this man knowingly was driving around in a stolen vehicle. And the stolen vehicle had punched out locks. You had to start it with a screwdriver. It was missing the radio. Part of the steering column was ripped off. So there are some red flags.
There's some flags.
Hey, I borrowed this truck from my friend. We were waiting for the story about how he got the truck to see if there was any sort of way we could believe it. Never came.
Okay.
And so we're yeah, we have. Everyone's can anybody think of anything here that we saw that says he wouldn't know that this is stolen? And we all tried to figure out a reason, and we were just why didn't the defense make a case? So we think it got thrown out, in terms of what he could present. We saw body cam footage, was kind of crazy.
Oh,
very smooth arrest though. Police did a great job. The guy who was arrested was very compliant, nothing crazy. It was very boring, but probably how most,
So if you yelled out in the middle of the trial, subscribe to That's Good Sports, what could they do to you?
Oh, that's a good way probably to get sent home if you don't want to be there.
So I'm sorry, guerrilla marketing, and you don't have to do jury duty?
Yeah. That's Good Sports. Sub everybody in the courtroom. You subscribe. Defendant subscribe. Witness subscribe.
Can you stand up and be just a random monologue? It seems that the defense has no way to navigate this case. However,
stolen vehicle with no direction.
I have a way that all of you can navigate your way to better lives. And that's by checking out GPS every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Done.
Yeah, you have to like introduce like yourself to the judge and say what you do.
I hold myself in contempt. That's if you say that, then you're fine. I
just kept doing the Law and Order sound effect in the background.
Doom, doom, doom,
And then I'd go, Dick Wolf. Dick Wolf. The judge was cool.
Everyone's saying contempt of court. That's I mean, like, kind of worth it now, right?
I think so. Judge was very good. I thought he seemed like a very fair judge. I was hoping, like, when I was going to the courtroom, I was like, I hope the judge is like Uncle Carl from Fresh Prince. And kind of looked like Uncle Carl when I got there, and I was happy. Like, that's my first judge I think of. When I think of judges, it's like Uncle Carl, and then Judge Judy, and then probably like maybe Ruth Bader Ginsburg, which is sad. I put
that's a list.
A fictional judge over RBG. You know what I mean?
That's isn't it 18 for jury duty?
Yeah, I think you got to be 18.
Yeah.
It
is Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil, Uncle Carl. What is it? Good God.
That's good. It's fine.
Carl Winslow is the cop.
It's fine. You're crushing it. You're like that.
Phil.
That is who's embedded in my mind, and I could never forget it. Oh, I have the wrong name.
Uncle Carl.
That's Survivor.
Phil.
That was
Carl Winslow.
That was great. That was great job. So they had you. Can you imagine? So we don't know what the sentence is or anything.
No, you don't get to find out the sentence. So it was vehicle trespassing or trespass. So it's.
Did you take a picture with all the other juror members just to like commemorate the day? Like, hey guys, you want to go out and like grab a beer or something?
Yeah. What's funny is like they were going through the selection process, and I knew the longer everybody else talked that I was on that jury. I didn't get to answer a single question to the lawyers, but it was about a stolen car. And then I swear to God, everybody in that jury pool had an experience with a stolen car, and those mother effers gone, just gone. So it's like, yeah, my car was broken into a couple of years ago. And then they're like, well, would you feel like there'd be any bias in this case towards the defendant? And all these dudes who didn't want to be there.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I mean, I think I could be fair, but if I'm being honest, I don't like thieves.
Hot take, but I'm against crime.
Yes, Uncle Phil. Sorry, I said Carl. Get off of it.
Yeah, they're never gonna escape that, buddy.
Yesterday in my brain, it was Uncle Phil. Okay,
it's gonna follow you now.
Just wait till I fuck up somebody else's name today. It happens every time I do a video. You should be used to it by now.
Isn't that one clip that you did of Pat McAfee? You said the wrong. It wasn't even Pat McAfee.
Oh yeah, I called him Brett McAfee way back in.
It's true.
Yeah. You know, one guy was like, in terms of like what I hate, theft is at the top of the list, probably. It's like the worst. Just like Jesus. I'm like, these people are either being way too honest.
No, they want to get out of it. There's no shot. There's no shot. They want to be done. Because no one really wants to, unless you're like super old too. Because then it's like, hey, wait a minute. Did they pay for your lunch?
No.
Nothing? How much did you get paid?
I don't think you get paid anymore.
What? God, we used to be a proper country.
You used to get $5 a day or something, right?
You got like a little something. Now, can you sue the state of Colorado for lost wages because of yesterday because you missed clickbait because you had to do jury duty?
No, because my employer has to pay me. So I would have to take that up with That's Good Sports.
Oh, that's by the way. So we all did fundraisers yesterday, but since your channel didn't, you actually got a $20 donation, which means you lost.
Wait, what? No.
That's actually a thing that happened. Yeah.
I didn't even know that we streamed to my channel until like last night.
Yeah, you made $20.
Yeah.
But you lost.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
well,
yeah. By the way, we got Jesse a job offer. So, I told you we're navigating everybody.
There you go, Jesse. You're welcome.
Should we talk about football now? We're 16 minutes into the show. Uncle Carl would be proud.
God. I had it right in my head yesterday, I swear.
All right, talk about Eric Bieniemy and talk about LeSean McCoy, who Shady McCoy throwing some shade. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Boom.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. I'm just going to play the clip of LeSean McCoy. Okay, bye, Tom.
Me and the coordinator, we had a difference about different things, right? And I'm going to say this. It's the reason why every year they keep hyping him up to get a coaching job, a head coach or office coordinator job for everywhere else, and you don't get one because
he's talking about Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah, and the players.
You're bringing this up now when we got a minute to
show
them.
The truth. Listen, because some players, right, he talks to them a certain way, and some players would take it. I wouldn't take it. Like, whoa, and some question I would ask, everybody's accountable.
Yeah.
That's why it's not because he's a black coach. That's not the reason. The reason is that because I won't get into that, but I'll say this.
Just so everybody knows, Tom was paddling his way in and then realized the clip was a little too long and then just stopped, and then mistimed it once it did come back.
Nailed it. I don't want to say nailed it, but nailed it. So basically, LeSean McCoy is saying there that it's not necessarily a race thing why Eric Bieniemy is not being hired for these head coaching. He's saying it's the way that he coaches
players.
Treats the players.
So, look, this was on the I Am Athlete podcast, and the weird thing with Bieniemy is he keeps getting passed over for the head coaching job, right?
Yeah.
Even with like the I think like the extra pressure of he is like the poster boy for the NFL not being diverse enough for head coaching positions, right? Yeah, you can be Carl.
Yeah.
Sorry. But it's been long enough where you have to ask the question, like, why is he not getting the gig year after year after year with all the success the Chiefs have had? Last year, there was an article, I forget which Kansas City blog posted, but it was kind of a hit piece on Eric Bieniemy. I'm starting to think the source for their information was LeSean McCoy. Because a big thing in that article, if you read it before it was taken down, was the way like Bieniemy talked to the players and interacted the players.
That's LeSean McCoy.
Yeah, he wasn't everybody's favorite. Even him and Mahomes didn't get along sometimes. That was sort of another angle in the article. And like Chiefs fans, they're going to say, LeSean McCoy was there at the end of his career. He wasn't that good. Like, he's just pissed he didn't get the ball more. And that might be fair. That might be true. But I think McCoy's probably it's probably in the middle somewhere. I think there are probably other reasons we don't really know in terms of why Bieniemy hasn't been hired. Maybe McCoy's a little bitter and a little angry. He's the type of player who just talks shit for no reason sometimes. Dating back to when he said Noshawn Moreno sucks for absolutely no reason. Back when I first started doing this show, I was like, oh, I hate this guy, LeSean McCoy, saying Noshawn Moreno sucks. I did a whole video about it. So I don't think it's out of character for him to, maybe say something that's a little far-fetched, but I bring it up because it's an ongoing thing. And maybe Eric Bieniemy is just a good coordinator and not the type of guy who's suited to be a head coach.
But that's the thing too. Like, you also have to look at it at who's getting opportunities, because like, even if that's a rumor going around, like, those rumors and sometimes they're not even just rumors, are like going on about coordinators and coaches now, and then they still get opportunities. I mean, you look at how, like, even the Dolphins, like with Brian Flores, right? So like the lawsuit obviously comes out, but then like all this information, which might have been from the Dolphins, like comes out about like how he was terrible and not a good coach and all this stuff, and obviously he's not a head coach, but he's with the Steelers now. And I don't know. I mean, like, you hire a guy like Urban Meyer, it's just a little like,
yeah, I would take a chance on Eric Bieniemy over Urban Meyer any day of the week.
Just a bit.
Even
Again,
if I
Urban
wasn't
Meyer
sold on Eric, I'd be like, Urban Meyer, no. Give me the guy who's still coaching in the league. Still,
And that's the thing too, like, right? Like, these guys who don't have any NFL experience are still getting opportunities. So like, I think it is odd. I think like that's what it comes down.
That's a great point.
Josh McDaniels did get a
second shot before Bieniemy.
I mean, he literally stiffed a team and was like, no. And then, he did what he did with the Broncos.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. And see, and Andy Reid defended Eric Bieniemy. He also said, LeSean McCoy was kind of at the end of his career, and was a little hard for him to sort of understand what his role would be like in an offense. But, I think there are a lot of coaches in the NFL that have abrasive personalities that all players don't like. It's trying to determine whether that would affect an entire team if you're a head coach, or if it's the kind of personality that would eventually motivate them. I think Vic Fangio didn't have like the best personality, you know what I mean, for players. I think defensive players respected him because he was very good at coordinating the defense. But in terms of being a team leader, a guy like Fangio, there was probably a reason he was in the league for 60,000 years and never did get a head coach.
The time of the dinosaurs.
Yes.
Vic Fangio was calling defense for the Comet. It's true. It was.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have to feel like he's going to get an opportunity at one point, but I've also been saying this now for a couple of years. So
yeah, it's hard too when, I mean, I think Belichick's, I was gonna say Belichick's kind of ruined people believing like the coordinator
coaching trees.
Yeah, but
the Shanahan tree, the Reed tree. Yeah.
Yeah. I think everybody just kind of also is under the impression the Chiefs offense works because of Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid. Like,
I mean, people thought that about the Packers with Aaron Rodgers, and Mike McCarthy still got a job.
Yep. That's also fair.
So, and I saw Adam said before, cough, cough, Mike Zimmer. I mean, Mike Zimmer literally like destroyed his brand new QB like live on air and was like, yeah, I see him every week. Why do I need to see more of him? So
I drafted a guy that sucks. Let's just say that.
Yeah. So I don't know. Andy Reid's not retiring next year. I don't think he's retiring unless the AFC West is that insane that he's just like, I can't do it no more, which is a possibility because your division is going to be pain.
We're going to win it easy. Broncos, only team with the winning record in the AFC West.
Even you don't believe that. Even in your most inebriated, intoxicated state, there's no way that you believe that.
Oh, in my most inebriated, I do believe that. But I'm dead sober right now.
There's no way. There's just no way.
I did not drink scotch last night. I am as sober as you can be. I drank scotch every single night of my vacation, Tom, and it was awesome.
Was it glorious?
Not overindulge, but
no.
Like, I try to space it out during, normal weeks. Like on the weekend, do whatever. Weekday, if I can just limit it to one, that's my balance. Vacation, I'm like, oh, I could have a little of this delicious scotch every single night.
The nectar of the gods.
Yes.
Because why not? Why not?
I'm going to go back on vacation.
Come on. You were gone for like a whole week.
Yeah, I know. I need a month, I think. You know what? Actually, what I learned is like,
I should take a day.
I wish I could just detach from social media for like a month. Like,
Dude,
I got
wouldn't
back. I
have
was
social
excited
media.
to make some videos this week, and I'm excited to make some that I'm working on. But like last night, I was like, I just don't even want to look at Twitter. I don't want to I don't know. I just need a break from that part of talking about sports. But I was on it.
I literally would not have social media. It wasn't for this. Just because like it is that's the issue is that like during the season, especially, and then even like March, May, I mean April, like you have to be on it all the time because like news is gonna break. It's exhausting. Like it truly is. Like there is times where I was like, I need to stop looking at it. Like just be done.
No,
like, I haven't put out like a video in like a couple of days. I've just been doing the streams, and I'm just like, okay, need to like chillax a little bit.
Yeah. Ooh,
Lagavulin. Ron Swanson, baby.
I got the same one. I got it for Christmas, and I have yet to open it, and I've been waiting.
What are you waiting for? July?
Ooh, maybe I'll celebrate with Tom. Yeah, that'll be a good time to pop it.
You know we're gonna have to do a live stream together, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Or to do a Q&A.
We'll do it from the different bathrooms in my home.
Can we have it where like it's just you have the really nice setup and I'm just like against an unfinished basement wall?
Yep. I got like those mattress toppers, those egg carton mattress toppers. I got one of those hanging for sound. You can just do it in front of that.
Perfect.
It's got like that old yellowy sort of look to it. It's perfect.
Okay. It has some pee stains on it.
Yeah. I have been watching hockey though, so yeah, Jessica.
Yeah. Can we talk about the Perna curse and how it is literally transcended? It's you. It's literally, and I saw you do it. I literally just saw it come up on my feed because I've been watching a little hockey too. Like I watched yesterday's game too because I was watching the Rangers and the Hurricanes. I don't care about the teams, but I was watching it. I was just like, okay, like I get it. People have been suggesting it for me for years. And I'm like, kind of like watching it. But you said, because it was 3-0, right? When you tweeted that and you're like, it's over. This totally won't bite me. And then they lose. Yes, right. They, after that one shot, I don't watch hockey, but that was impressive. I don't know the man's name, but he literally went from end to end.
McKinnon. Yeah. And to really appreciate McKinnon's goal, you got to see it in slow motion because right before he shoots,
slow motion, yeah,
he kind of loses the puck a little bit and then regains it and just flips it in. Oh man. Yeah, I tweeted that, but okay, because I wanted to talk about this on Clickbait since Tree and Adam are hockey guys. Tree and Adam are hockey guys.
Oh my god!
But like, they're up 3-0, right? And I think it's just a sports sixth sense where you go, this looks like they should win. But for whatever reason, I was like, I have a bad feeling about this.
You never do it.
So I tweeted that because I'm like, look, this will be, if they like, it'll be funny if this bites me in the ass. But it just felt like that. It felt like 3-0 wasn't enough. They needed to be up 4-0. But then when McKinnon got that, when McKinnon got that goal,
Guffin,
I was like, okay, this is the dagger. This is over. They're gonna beat St. Louis, and then that's when it hurt.
Guillermo knows all about it.
But they play tonight, so I'll be watching a little bit of that.
I want a Stanley Cup of natural disasters.
Oof.
Avalanche, hurricane, lightning could be considered kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
It's just like weather events, and every commercial is about the environment and climate change.
Oh, because the Flames, the Calgary Flames. What's that?
I didn't even know that was a hockey team, but yep, that one too. The Flames. And then the Blues are just depression.
NHL playoff
in a mental natural disaster.
Let's see here. Ooh, the Oilers are up 3-1.
Oh my God. The oil is the one that's causing these natural disasters because we're using flames and burning the oil, which is leading to stronger hurricanes.
Oilers won yesterday. No, wait, hold on. What the fuck?
Done. Oilers eliminated the Flames yesterday. What are you talking about, Perna? You can't even... Perna!
Oh, I'm sorry. The NHL doesn't organize its games in the correct order.
All I do for hockey is, like I said, the Rangers, they need the Megazords, and they need to be careful not to warm the ice because hurricanes are stronger over warm water. I'm just going to do this with hockey. That's all I'm going to do.
Carl was eliminated from hockey yesterday.
Flaming Carl. Oh, I took a Flaming Carl the other day.
My favorite judge, Uncle Carl.
That's it. That's it.
Good God.
Okay. All right. Well,
oil is still natural, though. It's still an element.
Uh-huh.
It's on the periodic table somewhere.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, that's true.
Whoa.
Volcanoes? Yes.
Yeah, we need a volcano, Team Volcano.
I agree. I completely agree with that. There was a shark.
The lamest natural disaster.
Flood. Like, it's not tsunami or anything. It's not tidal wave.
Flood. The basement flood.
It's not even like surge, like flooding. Like, no, it's just like, I got water in my basement.
Drought. The droughts.
That.
Where are the Kansas droughts? Whoa.
Yes. Shark volcano. I love how today we were like, man, we don't really have a lot to talk about. And in 31 minutes, we talked about Eric Bieniemy, and we've talked about jury duty and natural disasters of hockey. We are crushing today's episode. We still have things to talk about. Just saying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Steve Smith.
Gonna coach the Giants.
He's gonna be with the Giants now. And he said, I don't need no Adam Schefter or Ian Rappaport. I'm going to make the news myself. And no one cared.
Yeah. And he worked for the NFL Network. So he was already kind of one of those guys.
Yeah. No, I don't think anyone cared. Like it was like, oh, okay, cool. It's great. Cool.
What's his role? I didn't even look it up.
I don't even care. I do actually want to talk about the USFL thing because, right, they started taking measures to make sure that nobody can jump ship to the XFL, which is already going to be a million times better than their league because maybe they'll actually let YouTubers use their content. What?
Oh, they released their claim on me. They're coming around.
Did they? It's all right. I'm still they're never forgiven.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair to them.
To be fair.
I think it was in
Fox. It wasn't. Or NBC, wherever it
Fox, and I think it was like an automatic thing that was, it just default programmed to do that. But somebody looked at it and they let go of the claim because in my dispute, I said my normal reasons why I should be able to do it. Then I was like, look, I don't even care if the claims are the claims released, just unblock the video. It's like, because I wanted people to be excited about the USFL. So they let it go. And that doesn't happen that often. So credit them for that.
Are you still going to do USFL videos?
I don't know if I am.
Yeah, there's no way.
I just couldn't watch any this last weekend. I got back, from vacation and the games were on and I just had no desire to watch. It's a bad time, I think, in terms of me personally being exhausted from football. So I might do like an update and then once the championship playoffs come around, dive back in. But
it's only going to last this season anyway. Like it really.
Yeah, I don't know. But the thing is, I liked watching the XFL. I liked watching the AAF. Maybe that's because I only had to watch like 5 to 6 games of it, and then they were both taken away. But I don't know.
We did a whole episode about this, and apparently that Roger Goodell has heard nothing about the owners being upset about.
Oh yeah, of course he hasn't. What's he going to say? Yeah, Dan Snyder's close to being gone.
Yes.
But, I mean, we'll see if there's validity there. I saw your favorite, Mike Florio, talked about it in terms of
Love him so much.
the difference between this situation and the one with the Panthers owner that was Jerry Richardson that was outed is Richardson agreed to be ousted. He made like $1 billion and he played ball. And there's a thought out there that Dan Snyder won't go quietly, which we alluded to.
He's not going gently into that good night.
And that he would fight it tooth and nail every step along the way, which would make it rough for the NFL. And maybe Gruden winning or not having
it thrown out.
Yeah, not having it thrown out. Maybe that's a little bit of a sign that Dan Snyder would have some leverage as well. Or
maybe
because he's fighting against what Washington did maybe that hurts Dan Snyder. I don't know. But it seems like the NFL isn't trying to move along quickly with this, but I still think Snyder will be gone. I don't think you can justify to the owners that taking money from them is
unless he's got some serious dirt. Like,
I want to see the dirt. I just want to see it, Tom.
I know you do. Are the Broncos going to build a new stadium?
Maybe if they get a new owner.
Can it be 2 miles high?
Yes.
Like it's just like a mile, but then there's like a structure that elevates it another mile.
Yeah. Depending on where they build it, it could be higher than a mile or it could be
play
lower.
on the moon.
Oh, what's the altitude there?
I don't know, but it would be the only planet where Russell Wilson's actually a good QB. Moon's not even a planet, dumbass.
Oh, I want a full-on brawl between Snyder and the owners.
A battle royale, like just choose a weapon. Can't be a gun, that's boring. Like choose a weapon, like a samurai sword or a flail.
I choose flamethrower.
Okay. That's valid.
Always. Whatever the option for weapon, I say flamethrower.
So if they're like sniper rifle, you're like, I got him with the flamethrower.
Yep. I need the one that I don't have to.
It's just gonna be like,
yeah, yes. The guy running for the rocket launcher in Halo 2 every time.
Yeah. And you're just standing there with like a flamethrower.
Yeah.
All right. Can we talk about, because we talked about it on Clickbait yesterday, but I'm curious to get your take on this whole Grant Cohn situation.
Yeah.
I am curious on how you think about it, because have you ever tried to get credentialed by the Broncos?
I was credentialed once.
Oh, whoa. Look at this guy over here. Look at this guy.
It was when I was working with DNVR, but they were BSN at the time. And so I had a credential.
They were BSing?
And then I tried to get it the following year just for myself. And they said, F off.
Now, here's the thing. NFL or the Broncos or both?
Broncos. They're like, no, you got to work for one of the media companies. I'm like, I was doing like literally the exact same thing last year.
Interesting.
And they're like, no. And then since then, I've never tried. And that was like 5 years ago. So I think I was credentialed in 2015.
Is DNVR credentialed now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So couldn't you just get credentialed through them again?
Probably if I wanted to.
Why aren't you going to training camp and like watching Russell Wilson?
Oh, I have no desire. Like, I'll go watch one day of training camp. Dude, it's so boring.
Dude, I love training camp. Are you kidding me? I go every year. I love it so much.
I mean, it's fun to like go and enjoy and watch a little bit, but after I've seen dudes throw a football in shorts 3 times, I'm like, yeah, okay, I got it.
You could become best friends with Russell Wilson.
I mean, that part of it's valuable if you're good at doing it, but I'm not the guy who's going to be going up trying to talk to all the players after the stuff lets up.
I'm telling you, giant crucifix, right? Mm-hmm. And just like a big shirt that says like God's great and so is Russell Wilson. I'm telling you.
I'll become a man of the cloth. I'll get a priest costume.
Show up as a priest.
Yeah. Mr. Wilson, I would like to talk to you.
Nailed it. And it's just like you with a microphone.
Yeah, and I'll bring Russ some bread balls. Exactly, Cody.
Now that's what you do that for.
And it's bread. Everybody eats bread.
That is bread. Oh my God, that's the Eucharist. Oh my God.
What's a Eucharist?
It's the bread, like the body of Christ, like like the wafers.
I should know that as a priest.
You should know as a priest. But the wafer, like the communion is little football shaped, and you throw it into their mouths. Oh yes. Oh,
the Church of Perna. Come be anointed for your chances to win a Super Bowl. A Super Bread Bowl. Man, I'd be so good at throwing bread in their mouth. The wine is actually just Gatorade. And it's red Gatorade bottle. Gotta stay hydrated.
That's phenomenal. Okay. I feel like if you grew out your hair, and I mean like really grew it out.
I mean, it's pretty long
No. I'm talking really get some lettuce going. You could pull off a Jesus.
Oh, yeah. I definitely have a Jesus vibe.
I definitely have a savior complex. 100%.
I got the body too. The body of Christ. Every time I exercise, I'm like, just give me that body of Christ look. That's what they mean by it, right?
Yep, that's how
Jesus.
Yep, that's how CrossFit came about.
Some gym has. I bet there's a gym somewhere that has capitalized on that.
If not, then it is a missed opportunity.
It totally is.
That's a missed opportunity. Anyway, so Grant Cohn. This is so off the rails and it's glorious.
This is how I want every show to be, honestly.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so Grant Cohn is credentialed. That's where we were going with it, right?
Yeah. Oh. It's true. It's true.
I just meant, I don't. I just need that six-pack, that Jesus Christ six-pack.
Because that's what people are looking at. When they're going to church, they're like, is it just me or like he's shredded?
He's shredded.
Okay.
Shredded.
Okay. Get ripped like Jesus. Honestly, if there isn't a gym, like if there's not a CrossFit gym that is full blown leaning into that marketing, that I don't even.
I guarantee it's somewhere. I guarantee.
Why is capitalism a thing then?
Yeah, I guarantee it's not like ironic either. It is like a legit, like religious institution and gym. Like they're just trying to like, hey, these guys like to be fit. We like Jesus here. Let's put them together. There is a fit.
These comments.
I lived in the Bible Belt. Trust me. I know.
I can't. Oh my God. All right. Yep. That's
Grant Cohn.
Grant Cohn.
Known Jesus guy.
Known for the Cone Zone.
The Cones. Oh, that's the dude.
That's actually the name of his show.
The fact that I forgot to bring that up during my laughing at that interview, the Cone Zone, man, I messed up. But so he's credentialed, right? He's allowed to go talk to the 49ers.
Credentialed. He like does stuff for like Sports Illustrated.
Oh, okay.
Because his papa was in the industry.
Right, as he brought up. Oh
my God, I really want a jacked priest.
Oh man.
I want a gym and just all the trainers are priests. And they were like, bro, do you even bear your own cross, bro?
Yeah, and anytime somebody doesn't meet their gains goal, it's because they're not they don't believe hard enough.
They have the weight of sin that's holding them down. They're like, we want you to lift these dumbbells, not the weight of your sin. Yes, this is a thing. All right, when I come visit you, we're gonna record. You have until July to grow out your hair to Jesus level.
Ooh, that's not long. Not long enough time.
Yep.
My vow is to keep my hair maintained for this whole year.
Oh my god. You want to get out of this tomb? You gotta move that boulder.
Oh my! Instead of tire flipping, yeah, you got to move the boulders.
Oh my god.
40-day. You got to do 40-day. There's 40-day fitness challenges.
This is phenomenal. Yep. This whole thing is one, God tier content. One, and two, we're going to hell because of this. So but it's fine. It's so fun. You can get hair extensions. You get yourself a perm. You're fine.
Yeah,
you're fine. Let's get these reps.
Holy Spirit. Let's get these reps.
Oh my god. Yep. I'm so happy with what this episode is. I'm so happy.
Sorry, Johnny, but I've noticed that with your lack of faith, your lats has also dropped. And
correct.
I see a correlation between your level of belief and your level of swole. So do face pulls. 20 face pulls.
You gotta wear sandals to the workout.
Ooh.
Yes.
That'll probably be good for your calves. Stabilization. Calves.
Definitely.
Reps and revelations.
There's just wine as like, you just like go to the cooler and it's just wine. They're like, oh my God, is this alcohol? They're like, you want to turn it into water?
I wonder if alcohol for working out like works kind of similarly as it does for other things. Like we used to drink a lot when we would play video games, and there's like this level where it kind of relaxes you and you're in the zone.
Yes.
And then you have that one extra drink and all of a sudden like you decline. So I wonder if maybe a little buzz helps you work out harder and stronger. But then if you have a little too much wine, that's when all the injuries happen.
I think Scooter would love this conversation. I'm just saying. I think he could be our first customer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, Ray. Anyway, all right. So Grant Cohn is credentialed by the 49ers, works for Sports Illustrated. And there's like so many aspects to this story. Like he's now backpedaling hardcore and saying the clip that's being posted is like being taken out of context. It's a joke.
Well, he posted it, right?
What happened?
He posted it.
Oh, it's his. Yeah. No, it's a clip from his show. Yes. In which he's been going after Kinlaw. He's gone after McGlinchey like in the past before. I really thought too that your profile picture was God and then it said dolphins. And I was like Timothy Oliphant? Like, is he honestly, like, if he's your savior, like, I get it.
Yeah,
like,
he is a handsome devil.
I would start a whole religion around him. He's a beautiful man. You watch Justified? You didn't
I watched like
you're
1.5 seasons of it.
It's so good. You need to watch it. You're dead to me.
My buddy who I trust kept telling me the same thing, and I'll give it another shot. I like Timothy.
You should. It's very.
I mean,
good.
I love Deadwood. And
it's definitely after the first season, it really gets going. Like it's good.
That's what I hear.
Anyway, he's going after Kinlaw. Says he has an 80-year-old knee. The 49ers should have never drafted him. There is an altercation at practice in which Kinlaw like kind of steps up on him and like leans against him a little bit. And then Cohn like winds up like recording like this like WWE promo after it in an empty stadium after everybody leaves. Kinlaw winds up going on his show and just like comparing testicle size and basically calls him less than a man and keep his name out of his mouth. Basically Will Smiths him except the slapping and the toxic relationship. And then everyone starts commenting of like, oh, Kinlaw's going to get in trouble because of like how he's talking to the media, because there's supposed to be like this relationship that exists. But then you have other players that are starting, like Eric Armstead. You have George Kittle who's coming out basically like, no, this guy's a toolbox. And
like if
Grant
Kittle
Cohn now is saying,
if you got Kittle mad,
yeah,
like that dude seems so fun. He seems like the most chill dude. And he's like, nah, this guy doesn't respect players. And I think that's what like they're angry about is them being used just for his clicks and sound bites.
Yeah.
And obviously, I think any one of us is probably guilty of taking a bad story and it, it turns into something. Usually, I think, at least from our perspective, we try to be fair. Like if it's a bad story, like we're going to talk about it. But there's definitely, even in like doing jokes about the NFL, there's a level of respect you got to have for the players where the only thing you do just can't be that sticky angle where you're just using guys and always being negative towards them. And I think that's where their issue with him lies. If there was like a middle grade, like Skip Bayless, right? He's the top of doing that. And I'm sure tons of players don't like him, but I think a lot of players get what he does. And there's maybe a little more leeway there. I don't know. It seems weird when it's a blogger type guy who has the same access as maybe your most respected journalist.
Well, I think like that's the thing. It's because like it is not easy to get credentialed. And that's the reason that I asked you. I mean, just talking about for like the Packers, like they don't credential any unless you are like literally with one of the big media organizations, then you're not getting credentialed for the Packers, right? You have to like be through the NFL and a big like media organization. And that's the only way. So like for bloggers, podcasters, YouTubers, etc. I mean, like it's difficult. And I think like that's somewhere the resentment comes through because you watch his stuff and like I've seen a couple of his things like now over the past couple of days. I did not know who he was before this, but watching some of his stuff, it basically is what we do, right? It's kind of like, hey, like let's videos about the 49ers, like, and talking about like different things, but it's kind of a similar shtick. And it's like, well, this guy is also being like adamantly disrespectful and is agitating players. But like, why is he in that locker room? And I get it from a player perspective. It's like, well, this literal human embodiment of a troll is like in the locker room where that's supposed to be like our space. Like, that's a problem.
Yeah. Like, I think there's something to be said for like once you get that access, you have to earn the players' trust and respect.
Sure.
Right?
Or just do your job. Like, record, do your job, and then leave. Like, that's it.
Yeah, but if you ever want more access or you want to be able to do unique things, you've got to develop like those types of relationships. And, that's a big reason why I don't even try, because I feel like I could get along with all of the players, but I'm not good at going outside of my comfort zone and trying to, gain that trust with guys I don't know. And it's not just like a me to a football player relationship. It's just me to another person relationship. Like I'm not good at meeting new people. It's just, I'm like, I'm not good with small talk. I'm not good at asking questions. Like,
I'm going to make sure when I meet you, it's going to be really awkward.
Yeah, but I already know you. But
I'm going to act like I'm going to act completely different. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
okay.
I admire guys that can just go up to, people they don't know and strike a conversation and develop rapport with them. Like I'm bad at that shit. And
No, I get it.
That's why I don't do it. Cause and I've never wanted to be a reporter. Like I just want to do jokes about football.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Grant wants to be, but like, he's not taking the right approach if he wants to be serious about it.
I think that's the thing too. It's that usually, like, there's a reason. This is going to sound really bad, but like, there's a reason why usually there's a divide, right? And I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing. There's a divide between like your beat reporters and then your YouTuber, vloggers, podcasters, what have you, right? Like, there's a pretty big divide, right?
They do different things.
Yeah. Job responsibilities, the way you have to report on things. And I think that's why a lot of people like are going towards this new media, because it's not in like that traditional, like it is a fan's perspective. A lot of the beat writers, they might not even be fans of the team. I mean, like, I know that rubbed people like the wrong ways at times. Like, there used to be a columnist on Packers.com who worked for the Packers, Vic, and like, he was from Pittsburgh. And like, people were like, are you a fan of the team? He's like, this is my job. Like, this is what I do. And like, that rubbed some people the wrong way. They're like, well, wait a minute. What do you mean you're not a fan of the team? Like, you're working for the Packers. You're supposed to be a fan. And I think like that sometimes you have an audience that goes, well, I want someone who's like has a vested interest in the team. They're not just doing it because that's their job. Right. And I feel like with Grant, I don't know if he likes the team or not. I don't know if he's a fan. I don't know anything, but I think it's just odd because he is a smaller creator in the space, but has the credentials to be able to interact with these people. And like you said, it just seems like he's using that privilege in the wrong way.
Right. And then also, like,
true story,
Javon Kinlaw probably did not put forth the best critique of Grant.
No, definitely not.
It is my favorite interview I've ever seen. I watched it a few times before I really started to appreciate its insanity. But just the small penis comments, the shriveling balls, my balls are bigger than yours, and then ending it with F you. He's just like, F off or something at the very end. He was angry and upset and probably could have made his point to Grant in a more impactful way.
Yeah. Like, I don't think,
but I like that he just went off the rails and absolutely did not want to listen to a single thing Grant was saying. Just wanted to yell over him every time he tried to talk. It was interesting.
Well, because again, I don't that's what my concern was too. I was like, oh, well, Kinlaw's going to get in trouble for this. Because Ed McAfee talked about it on his show too, and me talking to like current players and former players, they say like, hey, we all have different relationships with the media, but like the team in the NFL is like, listen, it's just a part of the job. Like, you have to do it, right? You look at like the Marshawn Lynches of the world who like just goes up and it's just like, I'm here so I don't get fined, right? Like, he's fulfilling that obligation. He doesn't need to talk to anybody. He doesn't want to talk to anybody, but like, you have to do it.
Yeah.
And so out here, different players have different relationships with the media, right? Some are like more like, hey, like, we're buddies, or they have like friends that are in the media and they trust them and what have you, and they'll give them interviews. But yeah, I don't think Kinlaw did it the right way, but he
did it the perfect way.
I think the fact that you're having players back him up shows that this is not a Kinlaw issue.
Yeah.
Like, it's more of, hey, this guy has been running his mouth in a way that's like not professional. It's not like, hey, Kinlaw really hasn't done well on the field in terms of sacks. Like, he's, not getting healthy, what have you. There's a difference between like reporting on that, and then there's a difference between like you have an 80-year-old like knee and like going after that. And it's just, I don't know. It just seems like it's dumb.
Oh, very dumb. But yeah, I was just reading about, I think it was Javonte Williams talking about one of the biggest adjustments for him in his rookie season was learning about all his responsibilities that he had in terms of dealing with the media.
Is that true? Hold on.
Whoa, what is this, Mike? Kinlaw? Shake hands.
Because I heard that John Lynch was getting involved. Oh my God. I mean, like, again, I'm not the one to like crap talk people in this space. The guy just seems like a douche. Like, he just seems like a douche. Like, it was a joke. I'm just kidding now. Like, just like you got called out for it, right? It would be like if, so for example, Pat Shurmur, right? It would be like if Pat Shurmur saw one of your videos, like you were doing an Instagram live and he jumped on and he was like, listen, you little asshole. And then just like ripped you a new one.
Yeah.
Like, tell me, like, there'd be a part of it be like, all right, I get it.
No, 100%. I'm incredibly unfair to Pat. But like, I know that. And I doubled down on that angle knowingly. And I do that also to, I think, shed away any like critique you could have of the players. Like my angle there is protect the players, blame it on the offensive coordinator, right? I mean, I made a whole video begging the governor of Colorado to send Pat Shurmur to prison. So if Pat Shurmur came on and said that, I would love for him to criticize me and rip me, but then I would be like, but you weren't good also.
Sure.
Like, let's talk about your shortcomings. If we could have that conversation, like if I could ever get Tom Brady to do an interview with me.
Oh my God, please.
I would just want him to annihilate me.
Sure.
Just rip me like worse than Kinlaw did to Grant.
But that's the thing too. You're not in the Buccaneers locker room after a game. You're not on the sideline during games, during practices. Like you're not there. So Tom Brady like doesn't have to deal with you on a consistent basis. Kinlaw has to see Cohn on a consistent basis.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I just think he just like, again, he's like, oh, well, it's because his fans are saying like, oh, like in context, it's part of a longer stream. It's just a big joke. He was kidding about the whole suing thing. And I'm like, okay, fine. Like we could take that and we could put that to the side. Well, it's an affiliate that works with Sports Illustrated.
Yeah. Sports Illustrated's got its fingers all over the place.
Yeah. But it's a matter of if you're going to be a douche, which his comments are douchey.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like you can't be upset if you get some of it back, right? So, like, I made fun of Kirk Cousins in the beginning of, like, I always make fun of Kirk Cousins, but I made fun of Kirk Cousins in, like, the beginning of last season. And then I turn around and talk about Aaron Rodgers, right? And, like, I've said stuff like that before. And, like, if Aaron Rodgers wants to have a conversation about it, like, we have a conversation about that. But I'm also not going to be like, he's a piece of garbage human, like, you know, whose body is broken down and is terrible. Like it, because that's just not the person I am. But that's also like that's not doing your job. That's just being a dick.
Yeah. Did Rodgers get vaccinated?
No, he didn't actually. But that
wasn't real.
That was hysterical.
AJ Hawk's one of my favorite.
He's amazing.
It was so funny.
He is amazing.
And what made it great is like I didn't know if it was true or not. Just the way he presented it.
Yeah.
It was solid. Comedy. Underrated comedic talent, AJ Hawk.
10 out of 10.
We never even talked about Colin Kaepernick, but he did work out for Josh McDaniels, and McDaniels refuses to talk about the workout.
Because he's like, he's not on the team, so we're not talking about it. So I was like, okay.
Wasn't a Jesus Fit workout, so...
It wasn't, so...
Derek Carr would lead a great Jesus workout.
Oh, yeah, he would. Oh, yeah, he would. Can you imagine him staring at you with that stare, like while you're trying to lift or whatever and struggling? And he's like,
I think the stare would give you more strength.
It might.
Yeah.
Or terrify you to just lift and be able to go home. Car's looking at you mean.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. He does. He has the deadpan delivery. It is perfect. Rodgers has that too, though. Like Rodgers can do like the very like, just deliver it straight.
Oh yeah, that's actually a cool KC logo. I hate saying that. I hate saying that.
Do you hate all Kansas City teams?
Yeah. I mean, I don't have any strong feelings towards the Royals. And St. Louis is enemy the Blues are enemy number 1 right now. So
like, do you hate the Kansas City Monarchs?
Yeah, fuck them.
Hold on. They're playing against a team called the Bananas?
Oh.
Banana ball. What is banana ball? Win the inning, get the point, 2-hour time limit, no stepping out, no bunting. Batters can steal first. No walks allowed, no mound visits allowed. If a fan catches a foul ball, it's an out and a showdown tiebreaker. Honestly, I would watch baseball if that was a thing.
That's right, Eric. The Savannah Bananas?
That sounds that sounds amazing. I would watch that. Oh, by the way, 5 wants us to do a live play-by-play of their baseball game next Wednesday. Do you want to do that?
I brought that up.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that together.
My idea.
5 said it was his idea.
He's a lying sack of SHI crap.
But
I thought that would be really cool. Like if they can get us a feed of the game, like you and I talking about
bringing his legit computer. So yeah, no. All right. So Wednesday, June 1st, we're gonna do a live play-by-play of
what time's our game.
I have no idea. I don't know anything. I know that Kenobi came out today. I watched those 2 episodes, and Stranger Things comes out today. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Well, they have 2 games, right?
Yeah.
We should talk because I got stuff Wednesday morning, the 1st, but as long as it's in the late afternoon.
I imagine it's not going to be in the morning. Is it on, like, hold on. Go to his...
They have info. We're so out of touch with each other.
Hold on. All right. Here we go. Okay, that's on them. It doesn't even say the time on it. Oh, 5 p.m. No, it does. Never mind.
Is it
it's
5
been
p.m.?
moved to 5 p.m.
Eastern?
I would imagine that's Eastern, yeah.
For sure it's not Mountain Time?
I think JJ's saying it's noon. It said 5 p.m. on... this is... Oh, God, guys.
Why isn't Adam watching to answer for us right now?
Yeah, it's 5 p.m. Now it's 5 p.m. They moved it to 5 p.m. Okay.
So that
5 p.m. Eastern, so 3 p.m. Weird Mountain Time.
All right, I should be able to do it.
Okay.
All right.
So we will do that and accurate. And it's funny too, because 5 was like, oh, we can have someone else join you who actually knows about baseball. I was like, absolutely not.
Oh no.
Absolutely not. I want to talk about baseball, having no idea what's going on. There's probably gonna be no graphics, which is even better. So like, we're gonna have no idea how many balls, how many strikes. We're just gonna make it up. That's
if Apple let Katie Nolan do it. I'm sure we can figure it out.
I don't even know the comment you just made. That's how out of it and out of touch I am with anything baseball. So I am just gonna say
single, double, triple, home run, grand slam, strike, ball.
Yes.
Bean, slider, noodle, beer, cleats, spike.
I'm gonna. I haven't
holiday
consumed. I have had 1 beer in like 2 weeks because of COVID. Oh man, I'll crack something up.
We'll get some drinks going.
Yeah, can we get some drinks going for that and completely go off the rails? 5 said that he was going to be able to talk to us while it was live. I'm like, how do you think technology works? I don't think you know. Like, we don't have like ESPN technology here. Like, we're going to be live, but I don't unless he's going to join the stream. I don't know.
Yeah, he is not technically savvy. I'll say that too.
It's just gonna.
It's going to be interesting. We're going to set up to do this, and they're not going to be able to get a feed.
Nope. There's no way. There's no way.
Triple, quadruple.
All right, Perna, we crushed the show. What do you got? I'm so glad we didn't make the title the other thing I talked about because we didn't even talk about it.
Correct.
We'll keep that for a segment when we have nothing to talk about. What do you got coming out today?
Nada. Dude, well, I'm working on an Antonio Brown thing, and I'm working on a Skip Bayless, Troy Aikman thing.
Oh.
Wilkie's great idea. So they're both, the AB thing is really long. So hopefully I get that done next week.
Huh. Okay.
What about you?
I got a Q&A tonight. I've really scaled back just because of when I had COVID. So like I'm starting to get like pretty much better now. Like it's kind of out of the woods, just like a cough and lingering in the chest. But
if this video gets 10,000 likes, I'll live stream my next workout. Boom.
You're serious?
No.
Nope. You said it. I will get, that I will. That I will get 10,000 people.
I know, you're too powerful.
It's chaotic good, baby. Like
I just doled out a punishment, didn't I?
You did. All right. So is that an actual thing? Like if you get 10,000 likes on it, now is it combined or just yours?
It has to be on a video of my choosing.
No. Okay, fine. What video?
Probably the AB one.
Okay.
We'll see. That's got to be official clickbait punishment. We don't do punishments here.
Okay, fine. You got $20 yesterday and you automatically lost. So
we'll see.
All right. You know what? No. We'll do it the right way. All right. So you are gonna live stream. You said live stream your next workout. You're done, buddy. You're done. It's gone. Like
20,000 likes, I do it shirtless.
No. Oh, okay. 20,000. No. We're not doing likes anymore. Now this is easy. Now he's just throw money at you for clickbait. That was even easier.
No.
Now, do you see this? Quads for gods.
Oh man, I have such little legs.
Done. Challenge accepted.
No.
Done. Done.
No.
It's done.
No.
It's done.
No.
Yep. Well. And you know what's to be the best part too is I'm going to have nobody donate to anybody except you're just going to get $5. So you're just going to do it for $5.
Nope.
What kind of workout too? Oh, I wonder what it's going to be that day. Arms, legs, cardio. You just be on the bike.
I have my workout routine's weird.